common excuse I hear from pianists, especially at this sort of university stage, is that they don't think they're very good at focusing, that they don't think they're very good with attention. And in this video, I want to prove to you that absolutely anybody on the planet can focus. Anybody can do it. Us humans are like geared to be able to focus. It's just a question of knowing this one thing that's going to make your focus so much easier, and it's going to make you focus for longer periods of time if you can just figure out this one thing. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. But first, I want to talk about the difference between consciousness and attention. So there is quite a big difference between consciousness and attention, and it's this. If this white part of the board is your consciousness, and that's everything. That's like the feeling of your feet on the ground, or if you're in a chair, your back against the chair, everything that you see, all the raw data that goes through your head, the things that you smell, the things that you touch, the things that you hear, the sound of my voice right now. This is all stuff that's happening in your consciousness. Attention is where you shine the spotlight in your field of consciousness. All right, so if you're listening to my voice right now and you're listening to what I'm saying, which I hope you are, then it's almost like shining a spotlight in your field of consciousness. You're probably not thinking to yourself like, oh, what do the edges of my screen look like? Even though your eyes are looking at that. You're probably thinking about it now that I mentioned it. But you see what I mean? You're not actually thinking about the edges of your screen. You're not thinking about what your butt feels like on the chair. You're listening to my voice and hopefully taking in what I'm saying at the moment, okay? So that's the difference between consciousness and attention, all right? And we want to figure out how to improve our attention. Now, I want to prove to you that you are actually good at moving your attention. So if you close your eyes right now and you imagine an apple, I'm willing to bet that you can create the shape of an apple in your mind. So if you just close your eyes, imagine an apple, and I can actually move your attention by saying, now focus on the little part at the top of the apple, the stem of the apple. And now focus on the color of the apple. And you can actually do this with your mind instantly. You can start switching your focus to different, more particular parts of the apple. And then if I tell you to close your eyes and imagine the exact shape of the apple, so like imagine a glowing shape around the outside of the apple, you can probably do that as well. So that's my first bit of proof to you. Inside your mind, you can create images and focus on that image. So I'm just going to put here for part A, the apple. Now the other piece of proof I have for you is the sound of my voice. You're listening to the sound of my voice right now. In fact, if you can remember what I just said, that's more proof that you can focus. So if I say, purple monkey dishwasher, if you can remember what I just said then, well, that's proof that you were able to focus on the sound of my voice. Okay? So another piece of proof is my voice. Now, if you close your eyes once again, and you think about where you feel your breath the most. So if you take a deep breath in, and think about it, can you feel it through your throat, at the tip of your nose, or can you feel it in the rising of your chest? If you can do that and come up with an answer to that question, where do you feel your breath the most? Then once again, that's proof that you can focus. So now that you know that you can focus, how do we use this in the real world? What is the one thing that you can do to improve your focus like crazy? It's actually really simple. The key to focus is figuring out what to focus on. Focusing on something is easy. You've already proven that to yourself. But knowing what to focus on, that's the key. That is the missing piece of the puzzle that most people have. So, it's all about the spotlight in your consciousness. It's all about knowing where to shine that spotlight. And what a lot of people will do, especially with music, is they'll hear like an entire piece of music and they'll go, wow, that's an awesome piece of music. I really want to be able to play that. And then they'll try and put all their focus onto learning the entire piece all at once. Whereas when we were younger and we were learning faster, it was just, let's do the right hand on its own, the left hand on its own, let's do hands together, and everything was broken down a lot more, so you were just focusing on one piece at a time. So, one of the best things you can do to improve your focus at the piano is to just figure out exactly what to focus on. So if you've seen one of my previous videos about the bracket technique, you'll know what I'm talking about here, but I'm going to just explain it again in this context of focus, all right? So if this circle here, that is your consciousness, all right? And we want to move our attention as specifically as possible so that we can focus, all right? Now, this is the entire piece, all right? Not a very long piece, but you get the idea. If we just put a little bracket around some of that music, let's just say 1 bar, then rather than thinking about the whole piece, we've moved our attention just to that small amount of music, okay? Now, if we decide to just do the right hand on its own, we've made it even smaller still. Yeah? A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people don't do hands separately much anymore because they feel like it's a little bit too childish or babyish. But if you want to improve your focus at the piano, do separate hands, yeah? And then you can even go further than that and be like, okay, I'm just concentrating on the notes for now, all right? And then your attention, the thing you need to focus on has gotten smaller and smaller. And the smaller and smaller that you get that focus of attention, the easier it becomes to focus on that one thing at the piano. So that is the key. Now, here is the cool part. Once you figure this thing out, and once you work on that small thing and give it lots of attention, it starts to move into your subconscious in your brain. Yeah? Which means that you don't need to focus on it in the future anymore. That is the beauty of this. That's the beauty of focus. And then you might choose something else, right? Okay, so this could be another section of music. So it could be that section of music there. And then we go, okay, we're just going to do the left hand, right? And maybe this time, because you've learned the piece a little bit more, you're focusing on the color of the sound, yeah? And then you work on that, and all of a sudden, the color of the sound makes its way into your subconscious mind. So this is the key to focusing, not just at the piano, but really anything in life. Figuring out exactly what to focus on. And if you know what to focus on, if you have a plan for what you're focusing on, it becomes so much easier to work at the piano. And you know what? It's so much more fun. There is no better feeling than knowing exactly what to work on, knowing exactly where to put your attention. Because if you figure out exactly what to work on when you're at the piano, it's so much more fun. And it means that you can constantly win. It's like, yes, I can do that. 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 And you constantly have that feeling and that momentum of, yes, I can, rather than trying to do everything all at once, getting overwhelmed, and then just being like, oh, I suck at piano. No, you don't suck. It's just figuring out what to focus on. And if you can do that, then you'll feel so much more confident at the piano, you'll enjoy it more, and you can start concentrating on the music. So I hope this video has proven to you that yes, you can focus at the piano. You can focus at absolutely anything in life. It's just figuring out what to focus on, all right? So just a quick summary. If this is consciousness, then where you're putting your attention is actually a small part of that consciousness. And if you can figure out exactly where to put your attention, it becomes super easy to focus. So if we convert that into one sentence, the key to focus is figuring out what to focus on. So next time you're sitting at the piano, think to yourself, the key to focus is figuring out what to focus on. And if you can do that, then you're going to enjoy playing piano so much more. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, click on the link attached to this video and you can watch more of this free content. My goal is to give away as much as I can for free. And then eventually I'm hoping that if you like my stuff and you find it useful, then you can buy my course. But I'm not going to try and hard sell it to you like a lot of other people do with their courses. I just want to give you a whole bunch of free stuff. If you like it and you want more of what I do, then you can buy my course. Alright guys, click on the link attached to this video if you want more. I'll see you next time.